You're not going to believe what's happening right now. The Pi Network ATM in Hong Kong that we talked about last time has officially gone viral, and things are getting intense. What started as one machine quietly tucked away in a corner has now become the center of global attention. People are lining up, filming videos, and sharing clips online showing real cash being withdrawn from Pi. For many in the community, this is no longer a test or rumor, it's proof that Pi is finally stepping into the real financial world. And what's happening in Hong Kong might just be the beginning of a much bigger rollout across Asia and beyond. Let's talk about what's new. Since the ATM went live, hundreds of Pi users have already tried it. Some shared their successful withdrawals, holding up their Hong Kong dollars with huge smiles. Others have run into small hiccups, network delays, transaction confirmations taking a bit longer, and some temporary maintenance times. But despite these small bumps, the overall message is clear: the Pi ecosystem is starting to breathe in the real world. It's not just something we mine anymore, it's something we can actually use. What's crazy is that local businesses around the ATM have started noticing the buzz too. Some nearby cafes and stores are already talking about accepting Pi as payment in the future. That's how momentum starts: first curiosity, then conversation, and finally, adoption. The Pi ATM might just be the spark that ignites that process in Hong Kong. And you can feel it, the excitement, the disbelief, the hope that after all these years, Pi could actually make the leap into everyday life. Now, let's dig into how the Pi community is reacting. Social media has exploded. Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Telegram are full of short clips and testimonials. People are tagging the Pi core team, demanding expansion to their countries. You see comments like, "Bring the ATM to Nigeria." "We need this in the Philippines." "When is it coming to India?" The global demand is enormous, and if the Pi team is paying attention, which I believe they are, they're likely already planning more installations before the Open Mainnet launch. One thing that really stands out is how smooth the withdrawal process has become. Early testers said that once your KYC is approved and your wallet is verified, using the ATM feels no different than using your regular debit card. You just scan, confirm, and get your cash. The conversion rate fluctuates slightly based on internal exchange testing, but the idea is simple: your Pi balance finally has purchasing power. That single idea is what's electrifying the entire Pi network community. For years, people mined Pi, waited, and believed, even when critics said it would never happen. Now, they can see and touch the results. Of course, as with any major milestone, the scammers have also started circling. There are fake videos, edited clips, and websites pretending to offer ATM access or instant Pi withdrawals. Please don't fall for them. The only safe way to interact with the ATM is through the official Pi wallet app. If you see links asking for your wallet passphrase or telling you to register somewhere to withdraw, it's 100% a scam. The Pi core team has already issued several warnings reminding users to stay cautious. Remember, your passphrase is your key, never type it anywhere except your wallet app. Now, something even more interesting has surfaced. Reports suggest that Pi developers are using this Hong Kong ATM as a pilot for a wider infrastructure test. Apparently, they're monitoring transaction speeds, user authentication, and network stability under real conditions. That means this is not just a demo, it's live testing for what's coming next. If all goes well, similar ATMs might pop up in other key regions like Singapore, Seoul, Dubai, and maybe even parts of Europe by early next year. Think about that for a second: a global chain of Pi ATMs where users can cash out or deposit directly into their digital wallets. That's not science fiction, it's the logical next step. The buzz around November 22, 2025, is only growing louder. Many believe this ATM rollout is a countdown signal to the Open Mainnet launch. If the ATM network expands over the next few months, it could mean that the ecosystem is being quietly prepared for full trading integration. We're not just talking about exchanging Pi for fiat cash, we're talking about integration with global exchanges, merchants, and possibly even mobile banking systems. This is the infrastructure stage that every successful crypto project has to go through before mass adoption. And Pi seems to be moving right on schedule. Let's take a moment to appreciate what this means for early miners. If you started tapping that Pi button back in 2019 or 2020, you might have hundreds or even thousands of coins sitting there. Back then, many people laughed, calling Pi a pointless app. But right now, those same skeptics are watching videos of Pi users withdrawing real cash. It's the ultimate "I told you so" moment for the loyal community that kept the faith for years. And honestly, even if the value isn't sky high yet, the symbolism matters. The Pi ATM stands as proof that this network has crossed the digital barrier into reality. Still, there's one major factor that will determine what happens next: scalability. One ATM in Hong Kong is an amazing start, but global adoption will need hundreds, maybe thousands of machines, plus merchants, payment processors, and exchange partnerships. The Pi team has been quiet on exact rollout numbers, but leaks from community insiders suggest multiple installations are already being planned. Imagine walking through a busy city and seeing a purple Pi ATM blowing next to traditional cash machines. That's where we might be headed. In the meantime, if you're holding Pi, this is the perfect time to prepare. Make sure your KYC is fully completed. Back up your passphrase offline, write it down and store it safely. Keep your app updated so you don't miss future announcements. The last thing you want is to be unverified when the next ATM or Open Mainnet event drops. These next few months could decide who's ready to take advantage of this new opportunity and who gets left behind. What's really powerful about what's happening in Hong Kong isn't just the cash withdrawal itself. It's the validation. For the first time, the world outside the Pi community is paying attention. News outlets are covering it, crypto analysts are debating it, and investors are finally taking it seriously. The Pi network is no longer just a dream project, it's becoming a functioning ecosystem step by step. So as we move closer to the big date in November 2025, the question isn't just will Pi succeed? It's how fast will the rest of the world catch up? If this ATM is any indication, the momentum is building fast. And I have a feeling this is only the beginning. The first ATM has already proven that Pi has real-world potential. The next wave might show us just how far that potential can go. If you found this update exciting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below telling me where you want to see the next Pi ATM installed. Would you want one in your city? Because at this rate, it might not be long before you're standing in front of one yourself, turning your Pi into real cash. Stay tuned, pioneers, the next chapter of this journey is unfolding right now.